is going to advance in its construction. I'll give you another example. At the beginning of the synagogues in Jesus' period, the Torah, remember the Torah? The five first books, remember? The Torah is a movable Torah. In other words, you can move it from one place to another. Only after we started putting the Torah in the same wall that is facing toward Jerusalem. You understand what I mean? In other words, today every synagogue you enter, let's say that you don't know where Jerusalem is, just find out where the Torahs are concentrated. And the place where they are concentrated, back into the wall. So here. Now every synagogue in Jesus' period.
Cursed are you, Chorazin. Woe unto you.
Right? With the miracles. No, that was Jerusalem.
Oh, that's it.
That's beautiful.
The most important part. This is the ritual bath right here. He said it's nice because they've got water in it right now.
Huh. That's a nice tree there. All the rock is so black. I wonder if it's all basalt.
I haven't heard what he said about this yet. That back there was a ritual bath. A mixed bunch, or whatever it is. We call it Shiloh.
Oh, doesn't this look pretty?
It does look very nice.
Going,
The natural stuff more together.
going down to the water's forbidden? This is the River Jordan, and all those people are waiting to be baptized. Wow.
You pay. Yeah, George is kind of people that we've taken and things. Well, you pay for it down and they've done it sometimes. But they're all
Excuse me. Yeah. Everything's more important than you can.
Right.
Touch water. Get out of my way.
I see that
I know
girl
you
go
want to be
under.
baptized.
She's getting ready to go under.
Okay, well, Megan's down that way, so maybe you can get down. I mean, that's just past this.
Go right down the steps over here.
Tudo legado, fez. Senhor, o Senhor marcou esse dia com ela. O Senhor possa transformar essa memória de Deus cada vez mais com Senhor, estamos nas águas do Jordão. Diz a tua palavra, foi mergulhado nessas águas. Ouviu uma voz do céu dizendo: Eis o meu filho amado. Senhor, quando nós somos contados nos lugares, possa ter a mesma visão de você. Queremos ser aqueles que satisfaçam, Senhor, aqueles que façam a tua vontade. Por isso, Senhor, nós queremos entregar nossa vida nas tuas mãos.
that means that it will be, in my opinion, cooler than today. Okay, if we are now in
So is this one of the 3 streams?
yeah.
This is pretty impressive. I guess I won't. One of the 3 streams that form the River Jordan. Not bad.
They had some map on it and stuff.
Oh, okay. So it looks like this is where it's actually even overflowed here.
Wow.
See that?
Wow, that Jordan River.
Must be a lot of snow melt, huh?
People in Israel must be
Yeah. I'm happy for them. Try to fight through that stuff. You know, they talk about the thickets around the River Jordan.
Over down there.
I'm thinking it might be a different one.
It's a little trickle compared to
I wonder if this is one of the 3. And the,
Sorry.
unless it really picks up a lot of steam.
Yeah.
Hey, hon. Hon, watch out.
You're videotaping?
Yeah. Look at all the tracks. They're not walking on the sidewalk, they're walking along here.
Wow. You wonder what kind of animal, right?
Pig.
This is a nice backpack.
Oh, thanks.
Camera? Nice.
It's a good one for the camera.
Did you get it at a sports shop or
Camera shop.
a what?
Camera store.
Oh, camera store. Okay.
Not everybody gets to see something like this. This is pretty awesome. One of the three streams.
The scripture says his voice is like rushing water.
Oh yeah, good thought. What's going on? Are you taking measurements?
Did it help? Yeah. Oh, good.
Well, this is definitely not a baptismal site.
No. Really wash them away, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you've got some bad sins. We're going to take you down to the river.
You need wash.
Yeah. I bet that water's ice cold.
Oh, I bet it is too. It's really pretty here. I like this.
I bet this is about the temperature of that water down at Kaimisha Clinic. Can you imagine trying to hike through this?
No. It's almost like bamboo. So
It does look like
I
bamboo.
don't know if it is, but
How you doing, hon?
still hiking through the Dan wilderness. I can't imagine trying to walk through that without this thing. It is thick. Tim up in front of me. Hey,
Hey.
I have to do little short clips for the upload to 4 steps.
Oh, sure.
They only do 30 seconds. You gotta be very concise. Pardon me. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love that. I just can't. Wow, look at that. That is so.
Bring up some good things between Israel and the Sunni world. So that is maybe good news. And the second thing is that I have to say is that so far, Israel and Russia, we have like a line of contact between the two sides. Every time Israel goes and bombs in Damascus or in Syria, the Iranians always know about this. The Russians always know about it, but really they want to know it much in advance, and we tell them something like a minute before we do it. Or so. Because let's face it, I mean, Russia is Russia allies are Iran right now. So the last thing that we want is them to know that we are doing 1, 2, 3, 4. But it is a force that we need to take into consideration, because the Russians here have a very big presence on the other side. So this area, this corner of the world, is a corner that is very, very problematic, very dynamic. I mean, things can change even tomorrow, etc. One thing I always say, and I'm going to say here also, don't ignore this corner of the world. Don't ignore it. don't go back home and say, I live in the US, these guys are too far from me, I can live my normal daily life, these guys are very far. Because I can prove to you that around this corner where we are right now, if you ignore this area reaches to your house. That's how it goes. The Europeans thought that they can continue going and having good wine and cheese, and looking how Syria is actually killing each other, and look what happened. Thousands and thousands of Syrians escaped, took the boats, crossed the Mediterranean Sea, and today we are in big number all around Europe. So this corner of the world, it's a mistake to ignore it, because this corner of the world somehow always chase and reach to your house. So we do have to solve that issue here. I don't know how exactly, but something must be done about this area. So that's more or less what's going on, yes.
I'm sorry, I think you covered this, but who is farming here?
Israel.
Israel.
This is all Israel till the small lake.
Yeah.
The other side of that.
So the other side is Syria. So all these are apple trees.
And to the right of that white dirt road.
Yeah. So whatever is on the right side of the white is Israel. Whatever is on the left, that's Syria.
Is this a minefield?
This is a down here. Down here it's a minefield.
That
Yes.
straight road,
Yeah.
it bends and goes along there, and on
By-
that side of the road. is
By the way,
Syria.
Okay.
by the way,
So it doesn't go
so
to Israel. So Israel doesn't.
so all my army duty, by the
Not
way,
to the big one.
all of my army duty, I did it here
Down
at the
here.
Golan, and my unit, we are in charge. Where
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, okay.
an
Yeah.
officer
Yeah.
in infantry, or I used to, but they don't need it. Don't need me anymore. But I was an officer, and my unit, we are in infantry, but mainly we deal with mines. So I can tell you that just in one winter we had put here more than 20,000 mines around here through all this area.
I wanted to ask Cooper if he wanted to.
Here we are in Beit Shean National Park. Archaeology can turn a nothing town into a something town, right? Look at all these wonderful little flowers.
I remember, those are cyclamen. Just came to me.
That's right.
Cyclamen.
Cyclamen. Sorry, I'm walking in front of you. Cyclamen and iris. And some of these look like poppies, and some of them look like columbine.
This is a daffodil.
Some of them look like
Baby daffodil. Admire last.
Go ahead, hon. I'll catch up.
Mark was like, well, I want a picture too.
For the conquerors, the Joshuas and so on. And then he moved to the period of Judges, and this afternoon we're going to be where a lot of the Judges stuff happens, okay? Then after the period of Judges, we move to Kings, and King Saul was the first king, okay? And we'll talk about that transition from Judges to Kings while we are at Shiloh, or some point along that. So Saul was the first king, and he will rule for 40 years. Israel only had 3 kings united, you know, what we would say all of Israel, and Saul, David, Solomon. So now where we're at is near the end of Saul's 40 years, okay? So he camps the people here in the Gilboa area. The Philistines are near. And Saul is really nervous. Now, remember this about Saul. He had spent his time kind of doing things his own way and then refusing to confess. Matter of fact, if you walk through his history, you could do a 5-part sermon, the 5 times Saul really did this. The first time, you know, the people are getting camped, they're ready to go to battle. Samuel the prophet has not shown up to offer the sacrifice, and Saul finally, he does the sacrifice himself. And Samuel gets there and, you know, Saul, what have you done? Well, you know, you were late. You were late. I had to do it. The men were grumbling. You've done a bad thing. Samuel just says, no way, I'm buying that excuse. And Saul says, well, okay, I'm sorry, but he's not really sorry, you know. And there's 4 more instances of that where he gets to the point where he's so far from God. And so he's here. And he's camped out, and he's still nervous. And he says, is there a spiritual medium in the land, okay? And right over there, see a little town on this side of some water, and then some water, and then a little town past it. It's kind of in the cloud. Okay, that's Endor. Eindar. Ein in Hebrew is always spring. Okay, water, spring. Dor in Hebrew is generations. We don't know why, you know, spring of the generations. It kind of fits with the Samuel story, but it was named that beforehand, so it doesn't really fit. But that's where that's at. Right down here is Beit Shean. Okay, where the bodies are taken. So here's the story of the battle. Okay, the death of Jonathan and Saul on Gilboa. Now the Philistines fought against Israel. The Israelites fled before them, and many fell on Mount Gilboa. So the soldiers are, you know, the Israelites are falling on this slopes. The Philistines pressed hard after Saul and his sons, and they killed his sons Jonathan, Abinadab, and Malchishua. The fighting grew fierce around Saul, and when the archers overtook him, they wounded him critically. Saul said to his armor-bearer, draw your sword, run me through, or these uncircumcised fellows will come and run me through and abuse me. But his armor-bearer was terrified and would not do it, so Saul took his own sword and fell on it, committed suicide here. When the armor-bearer saw that Saul was dead, he too fell on his sword and died with him. So Saul and his 3 sons and his armor-bearer and all the men died together that same day. When the Israelites along the valley and those across the Jordan is over there. You know, the big city past Beit Shean is Jordan. Okay, so that's the direction we're facing. Saw that the Israelite army had fled, and that Saul and his sons had died. They abandoned their towns and they fled, and the Philistines came and occupied them. So the Philistines take over this area. Now David is going to come into power, and he's going to reverse that trend. Okay, that's the context. Now when Saul and his son Jonathan died on this, eventually they find his body, the Philistines, and they take his body and Jonathan's body, they behead him, and they take him and they hang him over there on the walls. That we couldn't see the walls, but the walls would be somewhere in that tell. That's where it would have been, okay, of Beit Shean. And they hung the bodies there, and then these a couple days later, the men of Jabesh Gilead, the Bible says, heard about this, and they went. The Bible calls them valiant, and they go and they reclaim those bodies. And so that's the context of what takes place here. Now,
this is incredible.
I can't think of something like in the U.S. It's kind of like that.
That's where we were earlier.
Jerusalem. Oh wow.
It's raining in the desert.
Well, that will be a miracle. Look at that.
Our guide is quite impressed with this rain.
So So the road from Jerusalem to Masada, why not you like it? I'm very impressed right now. Adi, get this guy wet on the right side, splashing.
There's so much water here. It's just like spraying it out.
Oh God.
Look at this.
This is serious stuff.
Whoa.
Get him wet, Adi. Look at all the water here. Wow, 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 wow. This is a big wow, 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 wow.
Oh, look at Tim.
Look.
Take a picture. Right here.
Oh.
This is a lot of water. Very impressive. So what happened is, and I'll show you videos of some floods, but maybe you will see them. So the road to Masada now is blocked because of this rain. Now you understand that when it rains and a wadi crosses this road, there is no way for you to pass there. Right now our life is good. I mean, we can pass in every corner around here. But a bit further on, there are some parts where the road goes inside the wadi and there is no way that a bus will pass there. The water goes so fast that you cannot do that.
That's ahead of us. It's just that way spraying out which way they're going.
All right. Lunchtime
Remember to pray for him.
Thank
it is over.
He needs it.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a clever group. They improvise and have lunch at a grocery store. Welcome to ancient Shiloh, and it's raining in Israel again. The Sea of Galilee is going to get a big boost. They're going to ask us to come back for free because we're bringing the rain. I'd like to be around if they open those gates. I think it would be fun to be around when that happens. Now in the U.S. we have the opposite problem in our area because we're near the Great Lakes and the level of water is so high there that's washing away all the beaches, and a lot of people that have very expensive homes are losing their homes. Oh yeah. Yeah, we vacation up there once in a while, and it's kind of sad in a way to see everything going away that you've known for quite a while.